I'm stupid, you're smart. I was wrong, you were right. You're the best, I'm the worst. You're very good looking, I'm not attractive.
All right. As long as you're willing to admit that. No.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to an emergency live stream. Breaking freaking news. Breaking freaking news. Breaking freaking news. The San Francisco Giants have fired Gabe KAPLER. What? I am in shock. Not only did they fire Gabe KAPLER, the season ain't over. We're getting ready for a game tonight. We still got 3 more games. I started to think to myself after listening to some of the things some of y'all were saying, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will fire him. Hearing some of the reports, some of the rumblings from players, what Webb was saying, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. But we'll find out during the offseason. We didn't even make it to the offseason. So I was wrong. Y'all were right. I'm stupid. Y'all are smart. Y'all are very beautiful and handsome. I am not attractive. So that's the deal, ladies and gents. And holy freaking cow, phone is blowing up. This is crazy. And we're going to get into this. We're going to get into this right now. Jesus Christ, my King, Real Glock, what's going on here? What are y'all thoughts on this? We'll get into articles and everything out there and all the thoughts out there. But KAPLER is gone. KAPLER getting fired basically means that Farhan is around for years to come. My condolences to you, Humm, baby baseball. And yeah, we got to talk about new possible managers. What's going to go on with Farhan? Look, Farhan, in my opinion, I blame the front office more for this whole problem this season. We don't sign any superstars. We don't sign anybody, a few people, but we don't sign great players. We're not good at grabbing free agents. We're not good at trades. We're not good at any of that stuff. And obviously, we're not good at getting it. So if we're to say that KAPLER sucks and deserves to get fired, guess who hired KAPLER? The front office. Farhan. He hired him. Basically, this firing is just like, hey, I blew it. Basically, you're just saying that you blew it because you just fired the guy you hired before the season's even over. So what it is, everyone, thank you for jumping in. I do appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Y'all know what's going on right now. We're going to jump into it. This is the first article. This thing just dropped. I wasn't even home. I was like, I got to go home. I got to go home and go live immediately. And then we'll see what I just knew I had to get home. This is huge news. San Francisco Giants fire KAPLER 2 years after he won 100. This is why I didn't think he'd be fired. 107 win season a couple years ago. Almost made the playoffs in 2020. 500 last year is not great, but the roster's not that great. As far as I'm concerned with the roster he's given, I thought he's done okay. Wins-loss wise. I don't know about the clubhouse. Clubhouse might be falling apart, and I've heard some rumblings about that, and maybe that's a big thing about the clubhouse is falling apart. Players are pissed off, and he's just not managing the personalities, not managing the team behind closed doors. Well, that's a whole nother reason that he may deserve to be gone. But as far as wins and losses, I mean, it's been not great, but given a record-breaking season in 21, a 500-year last year, almost made the playoffs in 2020, and for most of this year, we were competitive up until the last couple months. I thought they'd give him a longer leash and let him finish out the contract. I really did. And I mean, they said as much earlier. They said he'd be back earlier this year. I'm not just making that up. They actually said it. So I thought he'd be back for sure. And I thought most of the people who were saying he would probably be fired, honestly, I felt like most of y'all that were saying that didn't really like him. So and I was wrong, but in my mind I was like, you guys, I think you just want him fired, but it's not realistic. Well, it turned out I was wrong and you were right. It's very realistic. All y'all who were saying that, I'm shocked. And I'm freaking humbled. And I will now go ahead and reserve my opinions to y'all because y'all know what's up. And obviously I do not. But yeah, as it is, after making this recommendation, here's Giants President of Baseball Farhan praising KAPLER's work with the team and wished him well. How are you going to praise his work and fire him? How are you going to praise the work and fire him? I was like, I'm bringing him to the office at my job. And like, hey, you know, Eric, you've been doing a great job, bro. You're doing everything. You're here on time every day. We love the work you're doing. You're fired. What? After making this recommendation on ownership and receiving their approval, I met with Gabe today to inform him of our decision. In his tenure as Giants manager, Gabe has led our team through an unprecedented pandemic in 2020, franchise record 107 wins, and a postseason berth in 21. Has been dedicated and passionate in his effort to improve an on-field performance of the Giants, and I have tremendous respect for him as a colleague and friend. Well, damn. Why are you firing him? And then, on behalf of the Giants organization, we wish Gabe best of luck in the future endeavors and thank him for his contributions over the last 4 years. Firing KAPLER is not a small move as far as Zaidi is concerned. The two worked together for 3 years in the Dodgers. That's another reason I didn't think he'd fire him, because they worked together. I thought I'm shocked. I am shocked. I'm completely shocked. Especially that they did it before the season's over. How are you not going to let him finish the season? That's all. I'd be pissed if I was KAPLER. Like, really? 3 more games? You couldn't let me finish the season? But it is what it is. And wow. But yeah, King Yellowman is here. Giants, Bear, and yeah, I already know, Logan. You can see I will be eating my hat. I said I'm going to eat my hat. Please stop saying it over and over and over and over and over and over. Actually, nobody would have remembered if you didn't have to say that. But Logan, you're obviously not going to let anyone forget about anything. You got any other contributions other than that? But yes, I said I would eat my hat if they did fire KAPLER, unless it was something off the field, which obviously that's not the case. So I don't know what I don't think Alyssa Nacken has anything to do with Gabe KAPLER. She's just a member of the coaching staff like everyone else is. So KAPLER's gone. That doesn't mean she's gone. So I know that he hired, usually the manager hires the people. So I know what you're saying, but at the same time, a lot of times the coaches will still stay under the new manager. It all depends on the new manager. Idiotic trades. What's going on? Idiotic trades. Yeah. Kai Correa, I think, will take over as, what do you call it? A temporary manager for now. Logan, dude, you just get obsessed in certain things. I will be taking a piece of my hat. I have to do some research, find out what hat to eat that's most safely. And yeah, I'll break it down. I'll put it in some stuff. I'm going to have to do some research on that. We'll do it before opening day for sure. But, sometime during the off season, I will eat my hat so we can stop talking about it. Holy Moses. I mean, if you need to remind me before opening day, you can do that. But give me some time to do some research on that. So I'm not just going to grab my hat right now and just take a bite out of this dirty ass hat, because I don't want to die. Y'all don't want me to die. So let's not go too crazy with it. Yeah, we'll make a cake hat. Now I can make a cake hat and eat the whole cake right on screen, right on camera, but I don't think that would count. I think it has to be a real hat. I can do a cake hat and with a piece of a real hat in it. But yeah, Eric, get a hat cake, not your regular hat. Kayla, I would love to, if that's okay with Logan and that's okay with everyone. I can do a cake hat. I can do a cake hat and eat the whole thing if that's okay with everyone. I don't think Logan's going to let that fly. Eric, who could be the potential candidate for the Giants manager? Do you have a list? I can look up a list. Offhand, there's Dave Brundage, a AAA manager. That's my number one pick. I've heard talk about Molina's, mainly Yadier Molina has been one of the names I've heard. Although I've always thought Benji Molina deserved a shot. Benji Molina has done some managing in some overseas leagues, as well as in the baseball classic, World Baseball Classic. He played with the Giants. Yadier never played with the Giants. He was actually a pretty big part of the Giants up until we got Posey, and I don't think Posey's interested in managing. So I know, and obviously he speaks Spanish, he speaks English, he can communicate with everyone very well. And Yadier too. But I would love to have, Logan ain't gonna let that fly. Logan is no ways going to let that fly with the cake hat. He'll let me eat a cake hat, but I better eat the real hat too. As a Phillies fan who suffered for a long time, I feel you guys sometimes front office needs changing. Yeah, Giants didn't do it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We didn't do big signings. Tommy La Stella, Dick Sclafani, Jake McGee, Alex Wood. That was back in the day. Marginal moves. I don't think Farhan is the best as a head dude in the front office, as a president of baseball operations. The guy did nothing at the trade deadline. Nothing. All we wanted was something, and all we got was Pollock. And in my opinion, we that he's fine as a front office position, as a computer guy, freak who's going to look into the analytics and all that. But you need someone who can really get on the phone and get deals done. Talk to these agents and sign these dudes and get deals done. Get the trades done. Make it happen. I don't know if he's the guy. I don't know if he's got the personality and just the overall makeup to be a president of baseball ops. And obviously, by firing KAPLER, he's telling us we just wasted 4 years almost, 2020, 21, 22, and 23. 4 years. 4 years we had KAPLER, and by firing him, we're like, well, that wasn't a good, because if it was a good hire, why would you fire him before the season's even over? Obviously, it wasn't a good hire. So what are you doing in the front office? You're not hiring good managers. You're not signing good players. You're not making trades. You're not drafting particularly well. A couple of bright spots here and there, like Patrick Bailey. Giants haven't done much to change what should have been their outlook in 2021. That core won 3 World Series titles, but all gone except for Crawford, who hit 197. Crawford, time to move on from Crawford. All our first-round draft picks: Tyler Beede, bust. Chris Shaw, bust. Phil Bickford, bust. Elliot Ramos, love Elliot Ramos, bust. Joey Bart, love Joey Bart, bust. Hunter Bishop, love Hunter Bishop, bust. Patrick Bailey, the only guy who maybe is not. And Joey Bart can still prove himself not to be a bust, and so can Ramos, but their time is running out. Only Bishop and Bailey were drafted under Zaidi. Bishop hasn't worked out. That pitcher that we drafted a couple years ago in 2021, I forgot his name off the top of my head, a starting pitcher. I forgot his name because he hasn't made it to the big leagues. He's been injured. He hasn't made it above single A. Meanwhile, other guys in that draft are in the big leagues. We haven't drafted well. We haven't done free agency well. We haven't done the trade deadline well. And we haven't hired managers well. So what's going on? We need a whole change of, we need to change the whole front office. We need to change the whole front office. I know they brought Buster Posey. Buster Posey, I feel like is more of the face of the front office, maybe for the fans and everything. We love to see guys who are familiar with it. We want Will Clark, Barry Bonds, but that's well and good. That doesn't mean he knows what he's doing, though. So we need to get someone who knows what they're doing. The Giants announced they have fired Gabe KAPLER. This is the first time the organization relieved a manager of duty since they replaced. Remember, my whole life, they've never fired a manager in the middle of the season. Ever. So forgive me for thinking that wasn't going to happen. I was wrong. You were right. But I did not see this coming. This never happened. Ever. Not even Felipe Alou. Felipe Alou's the man. He got to finish out his contract. Dusty Baker finished out his contract. Then we got Alou. Obviously, we never fired anyone. We didn't fire Roger Craig. Roger Craig finished out his contract as well. And obviously, Bochy finished out his contract. So, I'm not, this is the first time, this is a new experience for me. A new experience. Kai Correa is going to be calling the shots for the final series of the season. Okay, Kai, it's your time, bro. It's your time. Why not Bob Melvin? I mean, Bob Melvin not necessarily doing a great job either if you look at wins and losses, especially with with what he has. Alou was allowed to resign. I remember that. I don't remember him getting fired. Would you consider Bob Melvin a good man? But Bob Melvin's got experience and everything. I like Bob Melvin, but it's not like he's tearing it up here with the Padres this year. Eric, I heard you official excommunicado from the Continental. Love John Wick. Okay. Was watching John Wick clips today, as a matter of fact, and I made a big mistake. I mean, I said at one point, like, I guess I could be wrong, but I really didn't think I was. And as it turned out, I was completely wrong. And I want to shout out to Michael Roeder. I don't know if you're here, but Michael Roeder instinct was right on the money. Michael Roeder said, regardless what Eric thinks, KAPLER could get fired. And I was like, well, regardless of what you think, KAPLER ain't getting fired. And I was totally off. Robert Rodberg, did you even read my comment? I agree that you said to blame Farhan. Hey, I mean, Eric, doesn't Farhan have a year left? Yep. We need a sign outside of Wingstop saying, don't hire this man. I blame Preller. Then I blame Melvin, Kayla. I want someone with a connection to the Giants in Bochy's era or prior, maybe not Bonds. Not sure about that. Eric was doubling down. Well, they said he's coming back. I mean, they said he's coming back. I trusted them. I trusted them. The ownership said he's coming back, and I know he's friends with Farhan, and he's got a contract to run through next year. I just didn't see it coming, you know. So we can, you know, I'm gonna take it all off season long. So got to take the beating, and I'm gonna take a beating for the next 6 months. So it is what it is. But Farhan's the one that put this team together, including the manager. And this team doesn't have a winning roster. Just doesn't. It has like a decent roster. We have really good, solid players that you build around superstars. Jason Corona con el cafecito. Show us some love for the channel. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Jason Corona. You are the man, the absolute man. Farhan could be on notice as well. We don't know. But Farhan constructed this roster. And like I said, this is a roster that is solid to build around 3 or 4 superstars. You want guys like Jock Peterson, sure. The Dodgers used to have Jock. Was he their main power hitter? No, he was just a guy, platoon dude. You're gonna throw him in. You know, someone like Flores. Flores is beautiful. You need Flores. You need guys like Flores and Jock and Conforto and Haniger. And you need guys like what's his name? Tyro Estrada. You need guys like Wade Jr. You need guys like Patrick Bailey. These are solid players. And then you need a Juan Soto and a Shohei Ohtani in there as well. And you need a couple of, not just one, you need about 2 or 3 ace arms, potential aces in the staff. And then your 4th or 5th guys. That's your Cobbs. And maybe a Wood at the end or something. Maybe a Manaya as your number 5. But we don't have that. We have a decent closer, more than I really like our closer. But the bullpen's a little bit shaky too. Rob K, something has to happen since he was fired early. Remember, there was some confrontation since those I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I am shocked. Yes, that was a Hunter Pence replay. Thank you for that super chat. 5 everyday players in the lineup. No Steve Kerr. Yeah, exactly. Robert Rothberg. Eric, I remember when they fired Jim Davenport and hired some guy whose theory was Humm, baby. Yeah. At that time, I was 5 years old, and I wasn't plugged into baseball just yet. Really, I knew about the Giants. My grandma was a big Giants fan. 84 with Crazy Crab. I seen a Crazy Crab. Love that Crazy Crab on the TV. But I wasn't I didn't know what I was watching really until about 87 when Kevin Mitchell came along and one flap down that 87 team. That's when I said, this is actually pretty freaking cool, dude. I actually like these dudes. Back in 87, Jeffrey Leonard was one flap down. Jeffrey Leonard, Candy Maldonado, Jose Uribe, Will Clark, and Bob Melvin was on the team at that time. So speaking of Bob Melvin, he is a former Giant. Who we got here? Eric, what's your thoughts on KAPLER? Did you like him over the years or not really? I did not dislike him as much of many of y'all dislike him. But I never loved the hire. I didn't love the hire when the hire was made. But I was like, we're gonna give it a chance. I thought in 2020 was wild. That was the COVID year, and things got really political. You guys remember the national anthem and the not playing a game over some of a police shooting that happened, and it was just a crazy year. And it was just a year. There were some fun times to be had, baseball, but a lot of it, when the focus wasn't on baseball, it wasn't that fun. And so that year I was just like, I don't even know what to say about that year. We ended up at 500, didn't make the playoffs. It was a shortened season, no fans. It was just weird. 2021 was also weird the first half. But then things got normalized, but the Giants were playing great all year. That was the year we ended up winning 107 games, franchise record. So we're sitting here like, okay, took it to game 5 of the NLDS. We're like, okay, we're for real. 2022, we got to come back and win the division again, make the playoffs again. And that didn't happen. We had 500 in a pretty disappointing, mediocre year. Brings us to 2023. And either we're going to go back to 2021 style, or we're going to do 2022 style, or even worse. And as of now, it looks like it might be even worse. Unless we sweep the Dodgers, we're going to go under 500. And based on the fact that we had such an embarrassing meltdown the last 2 months, it's understandable that they would consider getting rid of KAPLER. I didn't think they'd do it. But also, I mean, I don't know how you blame KAPLER for the Giants going 0 for July and 0 for August with runners in scoring position. You can't hit with runners. What is he supposed to do? Go hit for him? I mean, I don't know what you can do. I mean, maybe you got to make better moves, but I know the front office is the one that's making all the moves for him. I really don't blame KAPLER that much. I'm not saying I'm a huge KAPLER fan. I think he's a good dude, and best of luck to him. I don't have anything against him, and I just think the cards were stacked against him. I blame the front office more than Cap. Logan says, I'm blaming Farhan more than KAPLER for the mess, but both need to go. There you go. Jason Corona. KAPLER doesn't have that leverage. What an amazing choice by the Giants. Brady don't mean it. Warriors win 50-4. Steve Kerr's absent, most overrated coach in NBA. Would you manage a team that's injured with one reliable starting pitcher? How would you manage? It would be very difficult. Very difficult. And it's not, you do it. I would try to find some dudes in the organization who are ready. I'm going to say, dude, you got the ball. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's somebody from AAA, one of these guys that we brought up. I'm going to say, look, you're going to be a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball, and I expect you to go 6-7 innings. You ready? Every one of them will say, hell yes. That's what they want. That's what they dreamed of. That's what they dream of their whole life. Let them go out there and give them a shot. It's better than this constant bullpen game crap. Stephen Vogt would be interesting. I love Matt Williams. Matt Williams wants to be a manager. He's been a manager. He's got experience. He's a Giant for life. And I don't think we'll ever hate Matt Williams. He goes over here and we suck. We fire him. We're like, oh, that didn't work. But we're still going to always appreciate Matt Williams. I don't know, man. That's an interesting. I don't know if the team that'd be a good fit or not, but I wouldn't be mad about it. Stephen Vogt, a younger guy, give him a shot. It's funny. A few days KAPLER had the backing the front office and Farhan, and then in a span of 3 days, KAPLER gets the axe and Farhan skates by with the job still intact. They had a disagree. Something went down. You used to know all about the teams except the Giants. Oh, well, now you know. Oh, hold on. Hey, Eric and my fellow Giants fans, I'm a little surprised. KAPLER guys got fired, but we have to do a better job. KAPLER didn't do a good job. He has no chance. We're going to move on. Yeah. Let's see what they're reacting with. I totally agree. Let's see what they're reacting with on Twitter, on the Twitter sphere, on X. What's his name? Gabe KAPLER. There it is. Gabe KAPLER has been fired. Christmas came early this year. Ruben Trujillo is extremely happy. Was he a great manager? No, but I don't think he was the problem. I kind of tend to agree. I don't think he was the problem. You got to. I mean, look, you can give a crap roster to the greatest manager of all time, and they're not going to make the playoffs. So you got to have the talent. Should have been done years ago. Meek. Bring on Woe. Oh, yeah, Woe's another option. Speaking about Ron Wotus. Ron Wotus been here a long time. I heard his name talked around. I've heard a few names. I don't know. I think they have a short list. Good. Ron Wotus for manager, or Will Clark and Cap. I don't think Will Clark's interested. I don't think Buster Posey's interested. I don't think Posey would be a great choice. I could be wrong, but I don't think he's interested, so it doesn't matter. With the record amount of strikeouts, leading the league in errors, led the league in errors. Again, do you blame KAPLER for errors? It's kind of hard for me to blame KAPLER for errors. I mean, I guess you could say, I don't know. I don't know how you blame that. You know, you got to get the team ready in spring training and all that. But these guys they're Major League Baseball players. They shouldn't be making a whole ton of errors. But they led the league, horrible stats, horrible runners in scoring position. I don't know. What can you blame the manager on? I guess. Yeah, I guess maybe you can blame it indirectly. Like, you're not keeping a happy clubhouse. Everyone's pissed off. They're not giving it their all. They're not focused. And you can point to the manager for that. But, I mean, what happened in 21? How do we win 107 games? Everything was totally focused. Everything was amazing. Everything was running on all cylinders. How did things fall apart like this? I'm trying to figure this out. Or needs to get a superstar or needs to be sacked. There's Buster. They sacked the wrong one. Autumn Witch. Gabe KAPLER out. Let's go to MLB.com. After missing playoffs for second straight year, Giants dismiss KAPLER. If you would have told me yesterday, I'll bet you $1,000 they fire KAPLER tomorrow. Unless I thought you had inside info, I'd be like, hell yes, let's do it. And I'd have been paying you $1,000. Joe Boyd, Farhan needs to go, or this won't ever be a successful franchise. Like, I don't mind Farhan being in the front office. He was in the Dodgers front office, but he wasn't the main man. He was a assistant GM, and he went straight to president of baseball operations. How much did I dislike him, Eric? How much did you dislike him? I don't know. You tell me. Oh, you liked, oh, there it is. I liked him better than Farhan. Giants lost 100, exactly. The Giants lost 100 plus under Davenport. He was actually a good baseball man, but a lousy manager. 85 had some pieces in place. 85 Giants were getting close. Obviously, Logan just it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Give it time. Give it time. I think the Giants need someone who they can feel like they're playing for and not, any to let down. Happy fun boy, somewhat. Yeah. A leader like a manager, for instance. Let's get the tone for the group that they fired. Hunter Pence, I don't know if he's interested. Who manages the team, Farhan or KAPLER? I think the front office pretty much. Travis Ishikawa is a coach in the lower minor leagues. I wouldn't be surprised if he's interested. Something went down. Dark horse, Bob Brenly, former Giant catcher. He was a Giant catcher back when I was first becoming a fan, around 87, 88, 89 era. Bob Brenly. He was one of their main catchers back early in my Giants time, 87. Yeah, 87, he played 123 games for the Giants. 88, he played in 73 games. 89, he went over to the Blue Jays, finished off his career. I remember one time he made 4 errors in one inning playing third base. They decided they needed a third base, and they put Bob Brenly over there, and he made about 4 straight errors. Ishikawa. I don't know if Ishikawa would be interested. I don't think they why not just bring up someone who's got experience, baseball man, been around, older, and he's been experienced in the minor leagues, and that is the AAA Sacramento River Cats manager, Dave Brundage. Why not give him a shot one time? It don't always have to be some big name. Give a dude a shot. He knows all the young guys. He coached them and managed them. He managed all the young guys coming through the system. He knows the dudes. He's been in the organization. I would love to give him a shot. Logan is going to talk about hats for the rest of the stream. Jock Conforto, Perez, Woods, Sean out of 80 million free. Get Gray, Montgomery, Soler, Gurriel, toss in Kiermaier, maybe someone else to help. Say Mitch Garver, Spell Bailey, not a bad team. Crawgon, Krister, the solution. Love that. Yeah, we love Bochy here in Texas. Deep in the heart of Texas. Da-na-na, da-na-na-na. I know what's up, Isaac. Love Bochy in Texas. Okay. Texas is the place, man. Texas is the place to be, Isaac. I was just there and I got a review. Bam Bam Mullins. I don't know where Bam Bam is. He was our hitting coach during their best years. You know what I'm saying? Everyone who want, I don't know if he'd be interested in being a manager. He is the hitting coach for the Colorado Rockies. How did I not know that? I did not know that. He's the hitting coach for the Colorado Rockies. And he speaks several languages, been around baseball for a long time. And I would not be opposed to that choice. I think some of y'all might be, but I wouldn't be opposed to that. Matt Williams. It's going to be really interesting to see. I didn't think we were going to be in this position. I didn't think we were going to be talking about who's going to be the new manager in 2024. I thought it would be Gabe, and I thought, honestly, I did say, and I did believe strongly that if the Giants got off to a really bad start in 2024, that he would be on the hot seat and he could get fired mid-season. But I did not think they would fire him before. I didn't think they'd fire him before 2024, much less before the 2023 season is over. Henley Mullins would be a fantastic skipper in the bigs. Isaac is for Hensley, Bam Bam Mullins. Manager important, and we need some hitters and decent hurlers. Let's freaking go. On behalf of the Giants organization, we wish Gabe the best of luck. He had been non-committal when asked about KAPLER's status during his regular appearance. I saw that. I didn't think anything of it. I thought he was just doing coach speak, not wanting to say anything. Just, you never get a straight answer from these guys like politicians. Never get a straight answer from Farhan Zaidi. That's why I always liked Bruce Bochy. Bruce Bochy would tell you straight. There was a time one guy, I remember, I think it was Matt Cain, was throwing that perfect game, and they asked him, did you have anyone getting ready? Because nobody was in the bullpen. He's like, oh, yeah, we had them warming up down in the clubhouse. They were warming up down there just in case. We didn't want Matt Cain to see him warming up. But, yeah, we had someone ready just in case. It was like, oh, damn. He straight up said the truth. They had someone warming up down in the clubhouse, but they didn't want Cain to see him warming up in the bullpen. So, yeah, I always liked Bochy. Bochy would just say it how it is. Breaking news, KAPLER came. No surprise, the clubhouse leader, Logan Webb, spoke out against KAPLER. Saw that with Flores, Estrada, Yaz, Bailey, Cobb, J.D., Davis, and Wade Jr. What's going on? Do they not like this man? He doesn't have the clubhouse? I heard someone said one time they asked him, no, has he lost the clubhouse? He said, you can't lose the clubhouse if he never had it. That was an anonymous player. Like, damn. So you need to get someone in there who will grab the clubhouse. He seems like a kind of somewhat tough, intimidating dude, but you never know, That's why people say, yeah, Eric for manager. Now, obviously, it's not realistic. I would never be a manager because I'm not in professional baseball. But honestly, I don't even have the personality. I could not have the control of the clubhouse. You have to have a very strong personality and be able to gain the respect of those dudes really quickly. And I don't know, maybe Gabe KAPLER is not the best at that. Players supposed to love this guy. Yeah, what happened to all the team chemistry? No idea. Warlock ain't enough cigarettes in San Fran to hire Leland. Jim Leland is, I don't know. Maybe he's not too old. I guess if the president can be 80s, one or whatever. How old is Jim Leland? I guess the manager can be 80 something. Jim Leland has got to be 80. He's got to be 79. 78! He's good. He's good. Jim Leland. Do it. 78. Now, Jim Leland, I think, is happily retired. You don't want a guy too old. You don't want a guy too young. You don't want a guy too old. That's why I like Dave Brundage. What is he about? 55? 58 years old. 58 years of age for Dave Brundage. That's my pick. I know they won't hire him, but that's my pick. KAPLER's in the past is in the past. It's time to start winning. Dusty Baker would be nice. He ain't going nowhere. Wow. We heard the rumors. I saw the articles. Who's five? I just called BS on all of it, and I was completely wrong. Okay? And there's nothing else to say about that. Wrong as wrong can be. You know, wrong as wrong can possibly be. McCovey Chronicles, Giants don't need a scapegoat. However, they need a better team. I hold that Gabe Kapler did his best. This team couldn't hit with runners in scoring position. This team couldn't catch the ball. This team couldn't throw the ball. This team just couldn't come through when they needed to. Bullpen would blow games. I mean, but I think if I was to point at one thing, it'd be hitting with runners in scoring position. You can set the table. We can't clear the table. It gets old. It really does. Over and over and over. Load the bases. Can't get anyone home. There's the statement again from Farhan, and that's actually tweeted out officially by the San Francisco Giants. That's the official tweet or post or whatever they're calling it nowadays on X. That's the one that we read. We are off to a right start. Hopefully ownership also sees that Farhan needs to go as well. Maybe, man. I mean, I don't know. You don't get the job done, you go. This is supposed to be one of the greatest franchises in the game. Do y'all know what team has most wins in the history of baseball? Anyone know the answer to that trivia question? Which team has the most wins in the history of the game? What franchise? That would be the franchise of the Giants. This team is supposed to go out there and compete year after year and put out there a team. Instead, who's putting out these stacked teams? The Mets put out a stacked team, albeit they don't always perform like one. The Padres put out a stacked team. The Dodgers put out a stacked team. The Yankees why are the Yankees and Dodgers able to put out a stacked team year after year? It's not to say they win the World Series every year. Yankees haven't won a World Series since 2009. But they still, every year they're in the conversation. Every year they're in the conversation. This is supposed to be the Giants. We're not the Miami Marlins. All due respect to the Marlins, who are in the playoffs, and we're not, unless they still might fall out. But right now they're in a playoff spot. But we're not the Marlins. We're not the Rockies. All due respect. We're not the Mariners. We're the freaking Giants. We're the freaking Giants. What's going on? We don't have a DJ LeMahieu. We don't have an Anthony Volpe. Okay? We don't have an Aaron Judge. We don't have a Giancarlo Stanton. Not even close. Not even close. We have some decent pitchers. We don't have a Garrett Cole, though. Our Garrett Cole is probably Webb, but I mean, that's the closest. Webb is pretty solid, but he ain't no freaking Garrett Cole. We don't have a stacked team like this. Superstars. Cover of the freaking video game. We haven't had someone like that since Bonds Lincecum. Okay, Posey. So whose fault is that? That's Farhan's fault? Not to me. Not to me. Take Farhan with you, Patrick. Tim Flannery. Flannery, I don't know. I don't think Flannery's interested. He was third base coach for so many years, and he's kind of retired and doing his music. Got a new record just came out not too long ago. I was talking to Tim the other day. Tim Flannery. We need to I need to get Tim on the show. We need to collab some music. Do some collab. You know what I'm saying? Chris, if the Giants were leading the division, no players would have complained. Yankees just slap money. We got to give out money. We got to give out money. If that's how you do it, money talks. Here's the idea. What if Posey had a thing in this? Remember, he is now part owner. This could be his way of turning things around and wanting to spend money. I mean, he's going to have some kind of a say in the front office. I think he's more of a face of the front office, but we'll see. Johnny, what do we have? Johnny Owen. Bob Melvin should be your target. Ryan Vogelsong, Will Clark, being them in his pitching coach and hitting coach. Bring back Giants that love this team, and I'm a Dodgers fan. Let's renew the rivalry. Johnny Owen, Dodgers fan. Yep. I wouldn't hate the Bob Melvin signing, but because this has been a bad luck season for the Padres, and you might look at that and say, well, It's not that he's a terrible manager. It was a lot of losses in one-run games. They have a great run differential, and but they have had some clubhouse issues. But maybe we can point that towards Manny Machado and Tatis Jr. and some of these huge names. Now we're going to get huge names, but let's just get huge names that aren't known for causing some problems. Manny Machado's a little bit known for causing some problems here and there. I think he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. But that don't freaking cut it when you're screaming at each other in a dugout and having issues all the time, getting ejected from games and kicking first baseman as you run by him down the base pass. Remember that Machado did that? So we need, with wins, the culture changes. With wins, the culture changes. And I'm shocked. Alyssa Nackett should finish out the season as manager. It would be historic and iconic. No, it's going to be Kai Correa, the bench coach, because the bench coach is next in line, and that's the way it is. Best news all day. His leadership has set us back several seasons. Ouch. Well, it is sad, but something has to happen because it's sad to have so many losses. Wish him the best. I'm sure he will land a spot. Sharon. Bring on Wotus. Bring on Wotus. Looks like most fans are happy. Hey, fans are happy. But in my opinion, we need more shakeups. This is nice. But if you bring in another manager and you just tell him what to do, guess what? The same thing's going to happen. Because the manager ain't managing, the front office is managing. And the front office manages like crap. We manage this team like a computer. We manage this team, we let the analytics do all the work instead of using a little bit of common sense. Lefty on righty, righty on lefty, lefty on righty, righty on lefty. Oh yes, I know you're 3 for 3 today, seeing the ball really well. And you're hitting 340 in the last couple weeks, and you're tearing it up right now. And this is a critical situation. But they brought in a lefty, so we got to go pinch hit this right-hander who just got promoted 3 days ago, and he's 18 years old. Let's freaking go! What? Tyler Burbeck, there's rumbling that Bart's getting traded in off-season. Could happen. Could happen. Give Dave Roberts $6.5 million. Give Bob Melvin the same, and give total. I'm not a fan of Dave Roberts. I don't like his postseason decisions. I don't like him. They're analytical too. The Dodgers are analytical too. But guess what? They got a stacked roster. They got a stacked analytical roster. Why aren't we analytical when we sign players? We try to play money ball. That's the problem. This team wants to play full money ball. I don't mind using some money ball concept. In fact, I'm all for them. I've read the book multiple times. I own the book, audio form and physical form. Watch the movie about 20 times. Own the Blu-ray and DVD. Blu-ray special edition. I love the concepts of trying to buy runs, trying to win as many games as possible, getting guys who can get on base, not worrying about how popular they are, their name, or they have a funky style, fighting dudes who you can pay less for more. But at the same time, you got to also get superstars, because that's who's going to drive in the runs at a quicker pace. It's nice to get guys who can get on base, but who's going to drive in those dudes? You need someone who can hit 30, 40 home runs. You need someone who can go out there and pitch a complete game shutout from time to time. You need a rotation that can withstand 162 games. You need a bullpen. You need talent. You can play money ball to save money. Use that extra money to get some players. What time's the game? Is it coming on soon? Is the game about to start? What about the game? It feels like the season's over. When I first read that, my first initial reaction was, damn, that was fast. Like the offseason just started. And I was like, wait a minute. We got a game tonight. The season ain't even over. In my mind, the season was over because we got eliminated, and that last season was over. We had a day off yesterday, and the minor league season is over. I think at the AAA championship. When is that, tonight? Tomorrow night. I think it's tomorrow night. And it just feels like we're coming to a wrap right here. I'm checked out. But The game is 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, about an hour from now. And we got the ad, NTT. What's NTT? Keaton Win against Lance Lynn. Wait. Lynn Win? Lynn versus Win. If this was a playoff game, this would be like a huge talking point, like a huge advertisement, a huge slogan type deal with the rhyming. But being that it's a nothing game, nobody cares. But it is Lynn versus Win. Lance Lynn versus Keaton Win. And Lynn is a righty. We'll have our lefties strong in the lineup like Wade, Yaz, Peterson, Conforto, and Sable. Or actually, it doesn't necessarily mean Sable because actually Sable is in the lineup. I was going to say Petra Beta is a switch hitter, but we're going to go with Sable after all. So Sable will be 8th in the lineup because here's the lineup right here. Wade, Yaz, Flores, Peterson, Estrada, Conforto, Luciano, Sable, and my personal favorite, Fitzgerald in the 9th spot. For the Dodgers, we got Betts, Freeman, Will the Thrill. No, it is not Will the Thrill. Only one Will the Thrill. That's Will the Thrill Clark. This is Will D. Smith, J.D. Martinez, Jason Hayward, Peralta, Kike, James Outman, and Miguel Rojas will bat 9th at shortstop for the LA Dodgers. That's your lineups today. Brought to you by San Jose Sharks. Why was he not fired yesterday? We had the day off. Why wait until the day when there were 3 games left? Great question, San Jose. Weird. They may have not made the final decision. I mean, maybe it had some more discussions had to be made. Maybe they weren't, maybe it wasn't totally decided yet or not ready to go public with it. Maybe they did fire him yesterday behind closed doors and they went public with it today. The KAPLER. Why don't we hire Jose Canseco? Yeah, he dated Madonna. Hey, you know, Jose Canseco, that would be an interesting hire for sure. No one's going to hire Jose Canseco, though. Does Win get a win? With Win comes a win or not? You know, they're probably going to throw him 2 innings, so we'll see. But I'd love Keaton Win to go out there and throw 6, 7 innings. 7:15, yeah, about an hour from now. A's don't have the amazing pitching staff. Moneyball fail. Moneyball did well back in 2002, the year after all those superstars left. And even then, they picked up Dave Justice. Dave Justice in his mid-30s, and they had some decent guys. And remember, they had that big 3-headed horse in the starting rotation. Can't remember all their names. Tim Hudson was one of them. Barry Zito was one of them. And there was one more offhand. I can't remember the third one, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Those 3 starters back in the day. I'm surprised Canseco doesn't play for the Savannah Bananas, at least occasionally, for just a joke. That would be cool, you know. They should pay him, get him in there. I'm hoping Savannah Bananas go on another tour next year. Justice was late 30s. Oh, excuse me. Did I say mid 30s? Excuse me. Holy Moses. Man, you can't make no mistakes around here. Holy cow. He was born in 66, 76, 86, 96, 97, 8, 99, 2000, 2002. Sounds to me like he's about 35, 36. Sounds like mid 30s to me. Sounds like mid 30s to me. I remember he got traded in 2001. He was born in 66, 76, 86, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Mid 30s. Mid 30s. Huge difference. Huge difference. But I appreciate that. I'm just messing with you, Isaac. Thank you for your support. Sean is here coming in 2024. Then it's the KAPLER, the new horror movie. Will tonight's L's game be interesting or boring? Not sure why there's an L. Oh man, I thought you were like, will tonight's L be interesting or boring? I was like, damn. I was like, holy cow. That's full Malone. The karaoke went full Malone Labe and said, will tonight's L be interesting or boring? But no, it was a typo. Krister Bailey needs endurance and a competent backup. Garvin, good stats, 19 home runs. How about Mike Matheny? Oh, yeah, no, Mike Matheny with experience, former Giant also. Catcher, Relatively young, not like, you know, Mike Matheny's not like in the retirement home yet. He's about 53, 54. So yeah, Mike Matheny would be nice. I would love to have Mike Matheny, 100%. Mulder, yeah, Mulder was the third. Thank you for that knowledge. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I do got a Tim Hudson autograph ball back in my collection, so I was a huge Tim Hudson fan when he came over to the Giants. There's lots of potentials. You know, I'll take Mike Matheny. I'll take Mike Matheny. I'm a little sad, man. I'm a little sad that that Cap didn't get to finish the year for him. I don't feel bad for the guy. You know, it's kind of messed up. You lose your job right in the middle of the season. I would have let him finish the 3 games and then fired him. I don't see what the rush is, but it is what it is. I don't know if that's just like letting everyone know we're not going to stand for this. Well, if we weren't going to stand for it, we should have made changes a while ago, especially to the roster. I'm happy for Belt, 17 home runs, played 100 games. Bring Melvin home. Top 5 list of managers in order you would want. Top 5 managers. Top 5 managers. There's also Mark Hallberg, you know. I would love to have Mark Hallberg, our third base coach, as manager. That would be nice and everything because he's been a decent third base coach and everything. But to be quite honest with you, I would rather have instead of Mark Hallberg. Like I said, he's very solid and everything. I take Mark Wahlberg instead. Mark Wahlberg, that guy is ripped. Love his movies. Good actor. And I know he likes baseball. And honestly, you need someone who can take the clubhouse over. And a badass dude, superstar. Everyone knows him. The players would respect him. I want Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg as my number 5. Mark Wahlberg is my number 5 guy. Coming, people are gonna take me serious. Coming in at number 4 on my list of managers who I would like to replace the fired Gabe Kapler would be Ron Wotus. Ron Wotus, dude, he was here for a long time. He was here the championship era. He was bench coach under Baker, Felipe Alou, Bochy. He was here for years and years and years and years and years. He knows this team backwards and forward. Ron Wotus comes in as my number 4. My number 3. No one's talking about another guy, though. And I know he's been with the Rockies, and Rockies haven't been that good, but Bud Black is a former Giant, too. Bud Black as my number 3, because I'm a huge Bud Black fan. He was a solid pitcher. My number 2, I'm going to go with, you know what I'm going to go with? A little surprise right here. Little surprise right here. Someone by the name, you never heard of this dude. His name is, he's coming up, Lipso Nava. Lipso Nava, California Manager of the Year, manager of the San Jose Giants, led them to a championship at one point. So that's my number 2. But my number 1 is the AAA manager of the River Cats. I'm taking Dave Brundage. Experienced, been around the block, knows all the guys, gone through them. And I want to give one of these guys a shot. So that's just me, but I'm going to be totally off. They're not going to do that. It's going to be someone else. There's my top 5. Mark Wahlberg at number 5. Let's go here. Mark Wahlberg for Red Sox manager. Wotus. Matt Williams. Okay, let's put Matt Williams instead of Wahlberg because that was just a joke. Let's put Matt Williams instead of Wahlberg. Farhan tells Kapler what to do, lets him manage. Next manager should be Vince McMahon. Players will have no choice but to respect him. Vince McMahon. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. You can also get, I think he's a nice guy, the freaking Rock. We could get the Rock. And the clubhouse will have to give him the full respect. Well, I could be wrong on that, though. You never know. Just because he got big muscles, because Kapler's got big muscles, too. So it ain't all about muscles, because Kapler is freaking buff. Let's keep that in mind right now. Let's keep that in mind. It ain't all about the muscles. But yeah, that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. It's the end. It's the end for Kapler. We'll see. And now other teams who are getting rid of their managers are saying, oh, what about Kapler? I wonder if Kapler will go someone else. Was this the end of his managerial career? Remember back in the day, Malone Labe. Eric got some muscles. I'm just starting training here in the off season. Actually, after the end of the season, I'm going to start training Logan, and I'm going to train this off season to get in top condition next year, so we can do baseball videos and more baseball content out on the field, and hit the batting cages, hit the home run derby out in the minor league ballparks, and have some tutorial videos. And we're gonna be hard, but first I got to get back in shape. And to me, getting back in shape starts probably getting back in running shape. First, I got to get back in good running shape, and then I'll get back in baseball shape and hit the gym, like you said. Immaculate. Oh, you want an immaculate grid? We do it now. We can't do it for the post game, but since you're here, we can do it. Boach, Buster, Bailey, Harrison equals Mad Bum, Webb equals Kane, Ryan Walker is the Church of Rome, Barry Bonds equals batting coach, Mr. Irrelevance, MC, Stone Cold Austin could be the next one too, no doubt about that. But I know Mark Wahlberg should. I mean, you got to at least consider Wahlberg. You don't have to hire him, but you at least got to consider. Robo manager is pretty much already happening. David Knight says he'll get a job somewhere else. David Knight. And, we have to now, because I know y'all are feeling it, and we have 53 people. 53 people are here. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 48, not 49, but 50 people, including Steven Chaucer. I see members. If your name is green, you're a member. Exclusive content, voting on the documentaries, which I got to put another one up soon. I haven't put up a documentary for a while. Andy Cruz, Warlock, Calliope Connection, Logan are members, and we're about to get another member right now. A new member. But also, let's throw out the poll. Who do you want as next manager? Matt Williams? Dave Brundage? Bud Black? What are some other options? Throw them out there. What are some other? Bob Melvin? Bob Melvin? Any more obvious choices? What about Kai Correa? Should I put Kai Correa? You don't like Bud Black? We'll put I'll put from within, meaning like Correa, Harburg, someone who's already there. Will you be picked for? Oh yeah, Wotus. They only leave me so many options, though. They only give me 4 options. Only give me 4 options. Wotus. Let's do Wotus. Williams, Wotus, from within, or Bob Melvin. Wotus is not from within anymore. So here goes the poll. We got another super chat on board. Robert Hamilton, how do we get players to play here if the price is high? We pay. We pay. We got to pay for the right person. You know, and that Correa contract, maybe that wasn't the right one. But we have to pay Robert Hamilton for that $5 super chat. So far, we got Ron Wotus at 46% is leading. Bob Melvin at 21%. Matt Williams at 29%. Matt Williams is making headway. He's at 33%. Matt Williams is making headway. We're tied. Matt Williams and Ron Wotus tied at 33%. Oh, my goodness. Put your votes in. Who do you want? Matt Williams, Ron Wotus from within, Correa, Harburg, or someone else from within? Bob Melvin? They only let me put 4 options. Look at that 3-way tie between Williams, Wotus, and Melvin. How about that? A 3-way tie. And are you serious? Don't mess with me. Don't play with me. Is Angel Hernandez been fired by MLB? Nah. That's not true. That's not true. I'm 40. I'm a man, and that's not true. I don't know, honestly. I thought the poll just pops up. Let me look on my phone. If I'm on the stream, let's go. You don't see the poll? I don't know. I was just hoping it would pop up in the chat. If I go in the chat right now, I'm watching my own stream on the phone. I'll open up the live chat. Shit, I don't see it. Oh, you see it? Okay. I genuinely don't know. I know how to make the poll, but I don't know how to participate in the poll. I'm 40, okay? I'm a man, okay? Oh, it's unconfirmed. Are you being serious right now? If they could fire him, why didn't they fire him years ago? They're going to fire him now over a bad call about out of check swing after all this time? Because he made a really bad call on a check swing. That's Fax Sports News, Sports MLB. I think that's a fake. That's fake. That's a parody account. Huge difference, kids. Huge difference. That's not Fox Sports. That's Fax Sports. That's a parody account. That's false. That's not true. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not legitimate. Back to the poll. Did you vote? Matt Williams is winning at 30. No, Bob Melvin has taken the lead. Matt Williams has tied him up. 32% for Matt Williams and 32% for Melvin. They have tied it up. Yes. No, yeah, it's fake news. It's fake news, everyone. It's fake news. It's fantastic, but it's fake news. We have Tyler Burbeck. Damn it, the blue check marks. Melvin is at 32. Williams is at 32. Oh, I didn't even realize the name. Yeah, no, fake news. Sorry about that. What's it called? Headphone warning. I've been screaming the whole time. We're all freaking pumped up. We're all fired up right now. Whether you're happy or mad, sad, or whatever, this definitely news definitely gave the biggest jolt in the Giants season this year, as opposed to any of the actual games. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so the winner is right now Matt Williams and Bob Melvin tied. Tied. Yeah, I should have just played the clip. New rumor, it's going to be Buster, hence why I moved back to Cali. I don't think he wants to be manager. I don't think he wants to be manager. Let's go out and send out a thank you to you guys for your support. And we're going to gift a membership. We're going to gift a membership in celebration of the changing of the guard and a new era in San Francisco Giants baseball. We have a new era. And I'd like to gift a membership to thank y'all for your support this crazy season. And the gift is going to Matthew Brittingham. Unfortunately, Matthew Brittingham, I don't get to pick who gets it. So it's going to go to Tyler Burbeck. Tyler Burbeck. I thought you already had a membership, but obviously not. Now you do. Welcome back. Tyler Burbeck is a member. Tyler Burr has been supporting this channel for years and years and years and years. So there it is, the changing of the guard. And I'm going to be ending the poll in about 1 minute. So make sure to vote. Right now, Bob Melvin is winning. Bob Melvin is winning. There's a AA membership for Tyler Burbeck, who is now green. So, guys, it's happened. If you missed the statement earlier, I read it. After making this recommendation to ownership and receiving their approval, I met with Gabe today to inform him of our. That's a tough one. Gabe, come on and have a seat, because Gabe fires players all year long. As soon as he gets called up to that office and says, "Take a seat," you know you're fired. Like, what else is he going to do? 3 games left in the year. What else is it? In his tenure as Giants manager, Gabe led our team through an unprecedented pandemic in 2020 and a franchise record 107 wins and a postseason berth in 21. He has been dedicated and passionate in his efforts to improve the on-field performance of the San Francisco Giants, and I have tremendous respect for him as a colleague and friend. On behalf of the Giants organization, we wish Gabe the best of luck in his future endeavors and thank you for his contributions over the last 4 years. It's weird because nowhere in this statement does it actually say they fired him. It doesn't actually say what they called him into the office for. It says, after making the recommendation to ownership and receiving their approval, I met with Gabe today to inform him of our decision. Never says what the decision is. You just have to read between the lines. We fired his ass. That's what it's basically saying. It never actually says it. Another poll, eliminate the inside hires. Oh yeah, just put inside hires only. Probably, I wonder if Kai Correa would win that. We're going to end the poll. Ron Wotus is winning. Ron Wotus is winning. We're going to end the poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, eliminate them. And the winner is Bob Melvin and Ron Wotus tied. Ron Wotus and Bob Melvin tied at 29%. Matt Williams at 27%. Nobody wants Correa or Hallberg. They had the advantage of getting double votes because they were both on the same, and they still got only 13%. Wotus and Bob Melvin. Now I have to do a new one with just Wotus and Bob Melvin, right? Tiebreaker. I feel like we got to do a tiebreaker. Ron Wotus, Bob Melvin. Who is it going to be? Bob Melvin's still the manager of the Padres. Did he get fired? Or did they fire him? And I forgot. Bob Melvin's still the manager of the Padres, isn't he? Yeah, he's still the manager of the Padres. I was like, did they fire him? And I forgot. No, not yet fired yet. I already put it up. I forgot. I didn't add new options. I should have added new. I just figured we'd do a tiebreaker. That's one way to do it. You keep doing new polls and add new people. The winner goes in the new one. The winner goes in the new one. And that's how you find out ultimately. That's how you can do more than one. Not yet, but it's imminent. It is imminent. Échale, Jason Corona, échale, amigo. Bienvenidos, gracias. Gracias, mis amiguitos. Todos aquí. Gracias por estar in el Humm Baby Baseball channel. And I never really gave my own thoughts. I'm fine with it. Firing of Gabe Kapler. I'm actually fine with it. I do wish that they waited to the off season. I just feel like it's a little more respectful to let the dude finish out the season 3 more games. I just don't understand that. I'd be pissed if it was me. I'd be like, you couldn't let me finish the season, bro. I mean, like, honestly, you couldn't let me finish 3 games. I don't even understand the logic in that, but it is what it is. Gabe Kapler's fired. I guess they figured they were going to do it, so they just might as well do it and pull the Band-Aid off, and they fired him, and Kapler's gone. Like I said, I'm okay with the decision, and I'm curious who the next one is going to be. I want the Rivercats manager, Dave Brundage, but that's because he signed a baseball for me, so I'm totally biased. No, honestly, he's got experience. He's been around the minor leagues for a long time. He knows all the players, and I feel like giving someone a shot who's actually managed in the minor leagues for years and years and years, who's never got a shot in the big leagues. It just makes sense instead of giving someone a shot who's never managed before, or some old timer who's managed a lot but had mixed experiences, mixed results. Why don't we just give someone a shot and see what he can do? Unless they have something they don't like about him. But Bob Melvin would be okay. Bob Melvin would be okay. I like Bud Black. Some of y'all don't like Bud Black. Bud Black's been around. He's managed multiple teams as well. Let's check on the new poll if I can find it. I seem to have lost it. Is this it? I don't know where. I got so many tabs open and I can't find the right one. Here it is. It's just circling. Why is it just circling? Circle of death. I can't see the poll. Can you guys see the poll? Did I not start a new poll? Oh, that's the old poll. Did I not start a new poll? Did you guys see a new poll? I thought I started a new poll. Who should I put in the new poll? Give me 2 more besides Melvin and Wotus. Give me 2 more besides Melvin and Wotus. I'll put him in there. Computer glitched, yeah. How many people in the theaters? Not too many. About 10, 12 people. Did you? Buck Showalter? Buck Showalter, he's been around the block. I'd rather not have Buck Showalter. I mean, I don't want to bring any of that Mets virus into the Giants clubhouse. Mike Matheny. Okay, just for argument's sake, let's do on Wotus. I'll do the tiebreaker. Bob Melvin. I don't think anybody wants. I don't know if he's going to do very well, but I'm going to put Dave Brundage. I'm going to put Mike Matheny. We didn't put him in the other one, right? Here we go. Yeah, I glitched out last time. Oh man, the polling has begun. We're gonna find out who the next Giants manager is gonna be right here, or who the fans want. by process of elimination. Wotus and Melvin beat the other two guys. We have a new poll right here. The winner of this poll we'll throw with another three guys. Winner of that we'll throw with another three, and by then we know who it's going to be. We know who y'all want. We're going to find out who the people want, and I will then email the Giants and find out. Kevin Mitchell is manager. Love it. Kevin Mitchell was my favorite player, my first favorite player. Back when 1987, 88, 89, 91, when he got traded, I was beside myself, okay? He was my first favorite player. Kevin Mitchell was the first. He was an MVP in 89. He was a superstar. He was the first. We don't even have a Kevin Mitchell right now. You think any of these guys hitting 47 home runs? Ain't no hitting 47 home runs. Matheny sucked with the Royals and Cardinals. Don't want him in SF. I'll put the Mets manager on here just to see, but I wouldn't vote. I personally don't want. I don't want Mets managers. You know, especially when they just now left the Mets. They still kind of got that Mets virus. Bring them over here to San Francisco. We don't want any Mets. I don't even like trading with Mets. Although we did get JT, and he's been fantastic. Bam Bam. Oh, we got to put Bam Bam on the list. Put your vote in, and Ron Wotus is dominating. Ron Wotus is dominating. Ron Wotus is down. Let's get you. I'll let you guys a better look at it. Ron Wotus is dominating the poll right now. Posey is manager. Online option said Brandon Crawford should manage them. Hang him up as player and take over space. Yeah, Brandon Crawford can manage. Yeah, when I first read that, I thought you said like an online option, like them can manage from online. Like, you know, you take classes online, like manage online. That'd be interesting. Like, you don't have to go to the dugout. You don't have to show up to the game. You just manage from online at home. Could actually do it. Except then you can't run out and argue with the umpires. Yeah, Crawford as manager. That's an interesting choice. Interesting choice. I didn't ever even think about Crawford. I don't know if he's interested. I don't know if that's realistic. And maybe you got to start in as a coach for a few years. I don't mind like going like the Ryan Sandberg route. You go to the minor leagues, manage down there for a few years, get some experience, then come up and manage. Pablo Sandoval as managers. He can order the Sunday buffet all by himself. Yeah, but the problem with, Pablo as manager, because when you're manager, then you control the buffet. When he was a player, he can only eat so much of the buffet. He had to leave some for everyone else. When you're manager, you can take that whole buffet for yourself and then the rest of the team gonna be all, underweight and tired, not feeling well because they haven't eaten enough, and it's just spirals into losses. You have to think about that. That's not a realistic question. I would not take the job if they really did offer me that, which they wouldn't. I'm not involved in professional baseball. It's not even realistic. I'm not a professional baseball player, much less I'm a professional baseball coach. They wouldn't even hire me to manage the rookie ball league team. They wouldn't hire me to be the bench coach of the rookie ball league. How are they going to hire me to manage the major league team? Doesn't even make sense. But I would turn them down. I would turn them down because I'm not going to bite off more than I can chew. Imagine Posey moving back from Georgia with the thought of coming back to SF to manage Bonds. Okay, let's do the next poll. I think we got a winner. Ron Wotus is the winner. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending poll. And Ron Wotus is the leader. Let's throw a new one. We're not playing. Ron Wotus. You can only put people who haven't been in previous ones. I'm trying to remember now. Brandon Crawford. Anybody want that Mets stay? Don't let me influence you. You want Buck Showalter? You want Buck Showalter? And I haven't put Posey, huh? Posey. All right, I'll put Posey, man. You guys want it? You got it. You guys are running the show. If Posey wins, that'd be great. Buster Posey. Survey says Survey says I want Benji too. How did I not Benji? When I put my top 5, I forgot to put Benji Molina. I forgot to put Benji. Benji's been my guy for a long time. Some managers make $1 million per year. Would you take the job as asset manager for $1 million per year, Eric? No. I'm not going to take the job. It's more than just money. The pressure of everyone on my ass. Who the hell is this dude? All social media, all of Twitter, all of the internet will be on me 24 hours. Who is this freaking dude? It's a YouTuber. It's a freaking dumb YouTuber. Everyone would, if I don't go and win a World Series or start winning, we struggle, start losing, go on a losing streak. The players won't appreciate it. The players won't have my respect because I've never played professional baseball. I can't play like they do. Okay? They ain't gonna appreciate me. I ain't played past. I ain't played. I ain't played in anywhere near. I played minor league baseball, so I can't take the job out of pure because the money might be nice, but the trade-off is not worth it. You give me $1 billion, and it's like $1 billion to be miserable and to be everyone hates you all the time. Oh man, no thank you, no thank you. Wally Backman. Wally Backman's nuts. I'll take Wally. Let's check on this one here. And it looks like in the lead is Ron Wotus is still kicking ass and taking names. Ron Wotus might be the man. Buck Showalter's getting no support. Buck Showalter's getting no support right here. Buster Posey is getting some support. Ron Wotus is taking a. I need y'all to come up with some names of someone who can compete with Ron Wotus. Otherwise, he's going to be the champ. Ron Wotus, the only guy who competed with him was that very early poll that had the Padres manager, Bob Melvin. Bob Melvin tied Wotus, but then Wotus took him out in the next one. Put Dusty Baker. The problem is the Astros aren't going to fire Dusty Baker. Right? Oh, the game's starting in 15 minutes, so we need to do a pregame and get out of here. John Farrell, Dodgers cheat. Bob Melvin, weird pick here. Travis Ishikawa. Barry Bonds. Let's do Bonds, Baker, Will Clark. If they can't beat Wotus, Wotus is the man. If they can't beat Wotus, we're crowning Wotus the next Giants manager. Who voted Buck? Someone voted Buck. Who's got the guts to come out and say it was you? I'm just playing. Buck's not a bad pick. As experience, I'd rather not, but experienced guy. Posey's making a run. He's at 28%. We got to end it as at 28%. We got to end it at Buster at 28. We have to end it. Oh, he went to 27. Okay. Last poll. Ron Wotus. Ladies and gentlemen. Will Clark. Barry Bonds. Let's put Dusty Baker. If Dusty Baker wins, we know he won't be probably available, but we'll put him. Craig Counsell. I've been watching Craig since he played with Visalia in 1993. I don't think he's leaving where he's at. Yeah, Craig Counsell. I'll take Craig. Let's put, though, just for the fun of it, Barry Bonds as manager. I don't think Bonds is a good pick. Joe Madden. I just want to see what this does. I just want to see if Juan Wotus can beat Clark, Baker, and Bonds, then Wotus is the man. Wotus is the man. Bonds as manager would suck. Dude, oh man, it would be a clubhouse be fighting over Bonds as manager. He fell apart as a hitting coach. Black and Decker, yeah, Bud Black and Decker as catcher. What was his name? Steve Decker. Yeah, Steve Decker. Mark DeRosa. What about Cody Ross? Cody Ross as manager. Edgar Renteria, manager. Ron Wotus has got an early lead. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we know our next manager. Y'all stream in the offseason. Bonds can pitch it. Player manager. Bonds, player manager. There's probably a time Bonds wanted to be a manager, but his personality is just it's too crazy. Good old Visalia. Yeah, he played. Actually, they were called he was with the Rockies organization. They were called the Central Valley Rockies. 93 and 94, I had season tickets. Molina, okay, we'll do one more. Last one. I got to give this one a fair shake. Will Clark's making a little comeback. So yeah, this game's going to be starting about 15. We got 3 more games left. Doesn't really matter. As far as playoff implications, Giants are eliminated. Let's just try to go out strong, though. Oh yeah, Willie Mack Award. I think it's going to be Logan Webb. My prediction, Logan Webb. Did they announce it yet? Tyler Burbeck. Usually I go to that game. Logan Webb. Who's the Willie Mack Award winner? Have they announced it yet? Could be Flores, but I feel like Flores just won. Tyro's a possibility. And the outside shot to Blake Sable is my dark horse. It's Patrick Bailey? What? No way. Is it Patrick Bailey? You got to be kidding me. He wasn't even here all year. Are you just guessing or are you saying? I don't think it's been announced yet, right? Is it really German Rottweiler? German Rottweiler saying it's Patrick Bailey. I would have never guessed. I would have never. I mean, I would have never guessed. I don't find any news on it. I'm not finding any news on that. I'm not able to confirm that. But if you're right, hey, if you said it, I'll believe you. Tyler said, "Oh my God, Estrada." My pick is Webb, with Estrada as my second pick, and my dark horse. Oh, he's just guessing. It hasn't been announced. Yeah, my pick is Webb with the backup of Estrada, and the dark horse is Blake Sable. In reality, Wilmer is saying is high 6th or 7th on a good team, hitting 6th or 7th on a good team. Yeah, no, 100%. Is it Estrada? Fake news? All right, let me put up one more poll. Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Wotus has won this poll against Giants legends. Ron Wotus is the winner. Ron Wotus is the winner. But just in case, let's put I think I spelled his name wrong. Sorry if I spelled his name wrong. Let me look it up real quick. Benji Molina. How do you spell his name? Oh, it's with a G. I knew it looked weird. Benji Molina. Out of here, Molina. Did I put Posey? Yeah, Posey lost. I need one more. Estrada, my backup. Estrada. Yeah, my pick was Webb. Estrada was my number 2, and it ended up Estrada. Usually I get it. I'm on a bad streak, but I mean, Sergio Romo, Tyro Estrada, ladies and gentlemen, is the winner. You want me to do play-by-play? Should I put a poll for the play-by-play? I'll put Bud Black for the heck of it. I'll put Bam Bam. I didn't put Bam Bam. Last poll. Sorry if I spelled Bam Bam's name wrong. The last poll is up. This is it. This is for the winner. We should have polled who would get a second choice if Wotus says no. I should have polled who's going to win the freaking I should have polled who would win the Willie Mack Award. I forgot about it. That's what I should have polled. Who get to get second choice if Wotus says no thanks, then put that person against Wotus. Yeah. Don Mattingly. Rookies cards. Yes, Bam Bam. It's getting hard. It's getting hard. Wimmer won it last year, I think, Steve. That's why he didn't win it this year. See, although it has been won back-to-back years before. I thought Webb was my number 1 pick. Turned out I was wrong. It was Tyro Estrada. That was my number 2. And my number 3 was, I thought maybe Blake Sable would have a chance as a Rule 5 guy who came in and people seem to like him. So Bam Bam speaks 387 languages. Manley sucked with the Dodgers and Marlins. Well, they did make the playoffs in 2020. He got manager of the year. He got manager of the year in 2020, so he hasn't been that terrible. You don't like Wotus because it sounds like POTUS. Okay. Ron Wotus is the winner, guys. Ron Wotus is the winner. This is a toughie. Man, look at Benji, though. Benji's hanging on there with Yadier. Yadier and Molina are neck and neck right now. Thank you to all the support. We got 37 people still here. Game's about to start. I think play-by-play would be tough for me because I've been talking for a while already. I got to see if I can even get the game. I think I got the game. I got the game. I got the game. Ron Wotus as next manager. You guys have decided. Thank you guys so much for the support today. Lance Lynn tonight, Kershaw tomorrow, and Bobby Miller will be finishing it out on Sunday. See y'all. I don't think I got time for Immaculate Grid. Game's about to start. Play-by-play, man. That's a toughie. I'm real thirsty. Gotta get some water. Yeehaw, Wotus. Wotus is the winner. Wotus beat out everyone. Wotus is the man, and that's who y'all want. That's going to be the pick, and I will email the Giants with that decision and let them know who won. Play-by-play. You guys want play-by-play or not? I'm going to find out. Play-by-play or not? Or just watch it on the TV and come back for post. Come back for the post. Wotus. Steve Chaucer. No one came close to touching Wilmer Flores. It's kind of shocking he didn't repeat as winner. Wilmer's numbers were only top. It's not all about numbers, though. It's about clubhouse presence. Put a don't care option. If you don't care, then put no. Either way, we're going to have to start later. Okay. 1 yes is winning. Yes, 88, 12% no. No play-by-play. Very nice. Game is about to get started. I'm going to get out of here and let you guys check it out. Thank you guys for letting me know. I just want to know what y'all think. Looks like 89% of you want some play-by-play. So I'll see what I can do. If I do it, we're going to start a new stream for that. This stream will be the KAPLER Fired special. So thank you guys so much for stopping in today. Keep an eye out. I'll see if I can start a new one for play-by-play. May not get the first pitch. It's about to start. So give me a little bit of time here to decide if I'm able to do it. But I thank you guys so much. And either way, we'll be back soon. Have a great day. Sorry about Gabe Cap. If you were a fan, adios. Orange Friday. See you guys tomorrow, or actually tonight, for the game. Peace.
Come, baby, let's do it again.
I'm stupid. You're smart. I was wrong. You were right. You're the best. I'm the worst. You're very good looking. I'm not attractive.
All right. As long as you're willing to admit that. Now.
I think I might have missed this super chat, by the way. David Knight, $4.99. David Knight, longtime supporter of the channel. I just saw that. I don't think I shouted you out, David Knight. Thank you so much. And Robert Hamilton, Jason Corona for the super chats. It really helps out. I do appreciate y'all. And thank you, David Knight. I don't think you're probably not here anymore, but David Knight, you the man. See you guys next time.